Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Diego, your international video producer, here in beautiful Colombia, South America. Perhaps the closest thing to the closest country, I should say, to the United States of America in regards to ideology. Now, people ask me, why am I in Colombia? Well, I have a fiance who is from Venezuela, and I have submitted a K1 visa for her to join me in the United States so we can get married in that 90-day period. Did you check out my video on the K1 visa? That'll explain the K1 visa process. So the reason I'm in Colombia, and I would like to thank the Colombian government for giving me permission to live here temporarily. And while I wait this K1 visa process out. Now it could be 6 months, it could be 9 months, it could be 12 months, I don't know. So I took a hiatus from my job, and I'm in real estate, so I work for myself primarily, and I'm waiting for this K1 visa to get adjudicated. So the first thing I did was I found a larger apartment, a bigger apartment for my fiance and I to live in Bogota, right here in Bogota. It's a very comfortable apartment. It's very economical. We don't need anything big, and it's close to the supermarket, so we can walk down 4 flights of stairs, and 5 minutes down the road is the supermarket. 5 minutes to the right, that's to the left of our apartment. 5 minutes to the right, and you go across the road, you got the Transmilenio, so we can hop on the bus and go downtown Bogota, where the museums are and the restaurants and the fine dining. Living in Bogota is good. Wi-Fi is readily available. In our apartment we have Wi-Fi. There are 2 major companies, Claro and Tigo. Those are the 2 major Wi-Fi companies or internet companies in Colombia. We use Tigo because from experience they seem to be more reliable. I dress like a local when I'm in town. I learned Spanish. So I can speak Spanish pretty good. I dress like a local, so I blend in with the community. I'm very familiar with my surroundings. I keep an eye on my surroundings for security reasons. I'm patient. You got to be patient in Colombia. You got to go with the flow. If you buy something for your apartment and they say they're going to deliver it on Monday, okay, chances are they'll deliver it on Friday. But you got to stay calm and patient because that's the way things work in Colombia. Avoid negativity. So if you watch the news or if you go on Facebook and see people bashing Colombia, okay, take it with a grain of salt. Colombia is a beautiful country. It has its problems just like any country in the world, but avoid the negativity of the social media. Okay? When I came to Colombia, my first credit card that I had kept billing me for foreign transactions. So I'd return back to the United States and I'd get this bill. Every time I purchased something with my credit card, I'd get another bill on top of the bill because it had a foreign transaction fee. So I learned to switch credit cards to a new credit card that does not have a foreign transaction fee. I don't recommend using ATMs in Colombia. Use your credit card and put an app on your phone where you can pay your credit card every month. Or set up automatic payments. Have your bank set up an automatic payment every month so that your credit card bill is paid from your checking account. When I walk around Bogota, I carry small amounts of cash, not a great deal of cash, just small amounts, and primarily I use my credit card. When you use your credit card in Colombia at a store, you may be asked by the clerk, do you want to pay installments? You could go into a restaurant and buy a big hamburger, and they ask you, do you want to pay in installments? No, pay uno, pay right now, total, pay the whole thing off. But don't be surprised if you're in Bogota or in Colombia and you use your credit card if the clerk asks you if you want to pay your bill in installments. No, pay it off in one shot. Tipping. In the United States, you go to a restaurant and you're going to tip the waiter, the waitress, or whatever. In Colombia, that's not required. When you go into a restaurant and you sit down and eat this fantastic meal, you're served and greeted by these wonderful people, and the tip is included in the price. So you don't have to tip. Okay? You pay your bill and you go about your happy day and thank the waiter or the waitress or the greeter for their fantastic service. If you're going to need a cell phone for communication, and what I use my cell phone through my cell phone company in the United States, and I pay my bill monthly. And every 2 weeks or so, I get a text message saying, "Oh, by the way, you're not in the United States, and you can if you send a text or if you make a phone call, you're going to get billed $10 per call." Well, when I'm in Colombia, I don't text anybody, I don't call anybody. I use WhatsApp, which is an application which is encrypted and is free. But you may want to get a cell phone. You may bring your cell phone to Colombia. You may want to get a new SIM card and activate the phone in Colombia so you can text people and call people. I don't personally do that. If you do get a SIM card and activate and put it in your cell phone, okay, you have to register your SIM card with the IMEI. Okay. Now the company where you buy the phone company, the cell phone company in the mall and the store where you buy your SIM card will do that for you. But you got to ask them, activate the SIM card to IMEI. If you don't, your cell phone will be blocked in a month. Okay? Now, if you're going to be in Colombia for an extended period of time, what I do is I have my friend pick up my mail, or you can stop your mail, or you can get mail forwarded to you in Colombia through a mail forwarding company. What I do is my friend will pick up my mail every day, and I have installed an app on my phone right here where I know exactly what mail is coming to my house. This USPS app, once I activated it, sends me an email and a photograph of the mail that's coming to my mailbox that day. So I know exactly what's in my mailbox that day. And I'm in the middle of an immigration process, obviously with my fiance, so I want to look out for mail that says USCIS on it, because that mail is important and it needs to be opened, and I need to see what's in it. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the reason I'm in Colombia. I'm in the middle of a K1 visa process adjudication with my beautiful fiance from Venezuela. Now my fiance is from Venezuela, and she's been living in Colombia for 4 years. Now, in the past administration, the United States has no diplomatic ties or embassy in Venezuela. So the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia is adjudicating all K1 visas for people who are marrying Americans that live in Colombia. Now, if you meet a Venezuelan and you fall in love with her and you want to marry her, she needs a passport, obviously, but it doesn't have to be a current passport. If it's expired, it's okay. The U.S. government recognizes the fact that the passport is expired, and the past administration spoke with the government of Venezuela, who they recognize, not the current administration, not the president of Venezuela, they don't recognize him. The other guy, they have approved a 5-year extension to expired Venezuelan passports. Okay? So if you meet a Venezuelan lady or gentleman and their passport is expired, add 5 years to the expiration date, and that's the new expiration date. And the U.S. Embassy will adjudicate the visa process for you. We don't know how long it's going to take, so I'm going to be in my apartment here with my fiance waiting for U.S. immigration to process this K1 visa, and when it's adjudicated, we will go to the embassy. We'll get the necessary interviews done and the medical exams done, and then after that I will bring her to Florida and we get married. and live happily ever after. And she'll get her 2-year green card, which will be changed to a 10-year green card after 18 months of being married. And you can see my video on that. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in Colombia. Now, if you decide to come to Colombia and you have any questions, okay, leave a comment in the comment block on this video with your questions, and I will help you. No charge, absolutely free. If you have any questions about moving to Colombia, living in Colombia, how to get an apartment, how to set up a cell phone, how to use the bus, how to get a taxi, whatever, put a question in the comment block and I'll answer the question for you. You have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you in Colombia.